Hey guys, it's Andy. So I told you I would get on here and make more videos about how I was able to lose weight with intermittent fasting because it totally works. Everything else I was doing, working out harder, eating less calories, that kind of thing wasn't working. Actually, I've never counted calories, but eating less food never worked. I didn't want to be someone who does count calories or count macros. I don't even know how to even do that. I wanted to be able to enjoy food because I love food, but I also needed to lose weight. So how was I going to do it? I didn't want to do any of this, the special eating things where you're not allowed to eat carbs or no nuts or, that kind of stuff. I love bread. I love potatoes. I love nuts and seeds. I wanted to live life and enjoy life, but still do something about my weight and get it off because what I was doing wasn't working until intermittent fasting. This totally works. I feel so good. I have so much energy. I feel like I'm thinking clearly. The inflammation's gone. I've got the weight back into my clothes, very comfortable. This totally works, but you got to do it the right way. And I was doing it the wrong way at the beginning. So the first 2 weeks, I'm not going to lie, I'll be honest with you, it was tough for me because I was hungry. I was used to getting up and having breakfast. I was used to putting honey in my tea. I was used to having a flavored tea, and that all went away. And my body was having a hard time adjusting right at the beginning, but then it will. If you have willpower and you are willing to stick with something for a little while, it will get easier. It was 2 weeks for me. It might be a week for you. You might not even have a problem adjusting. I did. And I was doing it wrong. So I'll tell you exactly what you are allowed to have or you should have during your fasting period, because intermittent fasting is eating in a certain time window and fasting in a certain time window. For me, I eat in an 8-hour time period and I fast in a 16-hour time period. So what you're allowed to have is black coffee, plain green tea, or plain black tea, or water. And that's it. So what I was doing wrong was I was drinking a flavored tea in the morning. I like herbal teas. I love tea. I'm not a coffee person, but love tea. And I was drinking them with flavors in it. The flavor was eliciting an insulin response. Every single time that I would put it into my stomach, my digestion would start. It wouldn't see, even though it didn't have calories in it. It would think, oh, it's got tangerine in it. This is food. I need to start working. And it would elicit an insulin response and make me hungrier. The same thing will happen if you try to put milk, creamer, sugar in your coffee or honey in your tea. Then your body will automatically elicit an insulin response and think, this is food. I need to start working. And at that point, then you're out of that fasted state where it's not going to eat the fat cells anymore. So you might think, oh, well, I was told that I could have 50 calories. That's not clean fasting. I did a clean fast. I didn't in the beginning because I didn't understand that I was doing it wrong. So anything you're putting in your drinks, even though it's just drinks, even if it's flavor in your water, you're doing it wrong. It's not a clean fast, and it will actually make you more hungry, and it will take your body a longer time to adapt to not having food in it. Well, for me, since I wanted to lose weight and I finally learned about the clean fast, because listen, I didn't do this willy-nilly. I'm somebody who reads the science, I read the studies, I read a book, I listened to a lot of doctors until I figured out, oh, I can totally do this without having to take away food that I like to eat because I love food. I don't want to take away certain food groups. I didn't want to have to think about what I was going to eat. I wanted to be able to eat and enjoy it. And I choose healthy food. Even when I was heavier, I chose healthy food. It was just that whole work out harder and eat less wasn't working at all. I needed to do a change, and this totally changed everything for me. Everything. Like, I'm thinking clear. I told you in the last video, my arthritis in my thumb has stopped hurting almost totally. I feel good. The inflammation's gone. I'm sleeping good, and I lost weight. So it has so many wonderful benefits to it. But get rid of your flavored water, even if you got your bottle of water and you're putting your flavoring in, or you're buying water with flavor in it. Get rid of that. It's not going to work for you. It's actually going to make you feel more hungry. Get rid of your cream, your creamer you use, or your milk or your sugar, if you want to do a clean fast. I just want to add this in here that when you're in your eating window, you can use whatever you want in your coffee and tea. That's when I have another cup of tea and I enjoy honey in it. So it's not taken away all the time. It's taken away during your fasted window is all. If you're like, well, I'm only going to use 1 tablespoon instead of 2 tablespoons of my coffee. Okay, you can, and it will wean you down a little bit, but it's still going to take longer because you still have that crutch and your body thinks it's food because it is. I mean, that's what cream, dairy products, cream, milk, sugar, honey, tangerine, flavoring inside of here, it's food. So if you clean fast, that's when it finally worked for me, when I started clean fasting. Because whenever I was doing it this way, I was doing it wrong. The weight wasn't coming off. Clean fast is the way that you can do it without any calories. Even whenever people say you can put butter in there in your coffee, you're going to read that. You can put butter in or oil in because it's a fat. And so it doesn't get an insulin response, which is true. But at that point, then you took yourself out of something called autophagy, which I'll talk about later, not in this video, but what that is when your body starts cleaning its own cells and start really repairing itself. So if you do that and put the butter in your coffee, and you get to do this however you want, but if you do that, then what will happen is your body will not go through that period of cleaning out the toxins and the inflammation out of your body and getting rid of that. So it stops that autophagy stage. Now, I told you before, between 13 hours and 16 is when your body starts eating its own fat because it's realizing no more food is coming in. You put stuff like your cream, sugar, honey, milk, tangerine in it, then that is a response that you're going to get in your body that it thinks it's food because it is food. So you're going to stop the process of burning the fat cells and burning the toxins and the inflammation out of your body. So in my opinion, go straight for the clean fast. That's what finally worked for me when I did it wrong first. Let me tell you something else I had to do is I was getting a headache at first because my body was trying to adapt and not sure what was happening. But you will adapt. I'm telling you, you will adapt. Our bodies are made to go without food. They can go without food for a while. Can't go without water, but they can go without food for a while and be just fine. Now, what I needed to do, though, was put salt in my water. So if you're somebody who is kind of having a hard time with that and you're getting a headache, put some salt in your water. Not this stuff, not that table salt that you buy that a lot of people use that has no nutrients in it for us at all because they bleach it, strip it from everything good. Don't use table salt. I use this to put in my water for pasta, but this is salt that you need to use. It gets you a good Himalayan pink salt or get a sea salt. And those are real salts. They have like 84 minerals in them that your body actually really needs. This stripped all the minerals out. This is real salt, and that's what you need in your body. So take some of this and put into your water. And then I just drink it, stir it up, disappear, or it dissolves. I drink it with a straw. And then I didn't, that headache started going away. You got to drink a lot of water with this. As soon as I get up in the morning, the very first thing I do is drink 2 glasses of water. And that's what I start with. Don't start with coffee or tea. Start with water. Get the toxins started getting out of your body and get your internal organs moving. Then you can have your coffee or tea. That's the way I do it anyway. And you don't want to put lemon juice in your water because that's food yet again. So water, black coffee, plain green tea, and black tea, everything plain. You can drink the water that has bubbles in it, no flavoring, but bubbles. I actually don't know if that's called seltzer or sparkling. I don't know which because I just don't like bubbles. But if you're somebody who likes soda a lot and that will help you, do it. Just make sure there's no flavoring or you're going to put your body into a response of insulin and it's going to think, oh, okay, I'm done. Time to start eating insulin again instead of the fat. So I hope this was helpful. Those are the things that you need to have in a clean fast to actually get this going and to have the most success. All right, until next time, I'm out.